Maven Logik Lee is what is considered a legend in the ballroom scene. No, I'm not talking about the ballroom with slow songs and evening gowns. I'm talking about voguing, runway walks, and eye-catching costumes. For those unfamiliar with ballroom culture, Maven compares it to the Olympics.
Well, it's the Olympics of dance and fashion and creativity. Okay, the Olympics has different countries and they have like a coach, like for some of the teams, whatever. So ballroom is like, you have ballroom and you have the houses who are like the different countries, and ballroom has vogue and runway and best dress. And so you compete against them very similarly, you know? And so I feel like it's just like the Olympics of like this culture.
But to break it down a little further, balls allow people to compete in several categories. Popular ones include runway, face, realness, and the most popular, vogue. Competitors can win a category by having the best dance moves, outfits, walk, or a mix of all of these. Winners can earn prizes such as cash or trophies. And Maven has made it his mission to expand the ballroom scene in St. Louis. He does this through his arts and entertainment company, TENS, which hosts balls and events around St. Louis.
I think it's on the rise. I think it's more diverse than it's ever been. Ballroom here was definitely just like black and brown folks. But now, like, it's totally like diverse and very eclectic.
While elements of ballroom culture are now popularized online, ballroom used to be a small subculture, specifically for LGBTQ people of color.
So in the early 60s, a woman named Crystal Abeja stood against a trans woman by that. Walked off the stage of a pageant because she was tired of putting all her money and walking these categories and walking these pageants and losing to her white counterparts.
Jack Gucci is a ballroom icon and was a writer on the FX show Pose. He also is a co-executive producer on HBO Max's Legendary. He gave a quick synopsis of the history of ballroom culture at the Future is Femme Ball on March 4th.
She decides that they are going to create their own community in that they did. And it was a safe place for people of color, queer people of color, to come and congregate.
To help new performers understand the history, another organization founded by Maven called the Shades Project held a Ballroom 101 course to prepare for an upcoming ball competition.
So we got taps, something like this. We just kind of tap in.
That's Jeter Gorgeous Gucci. He was the instructor for the Ballroom 101 course. Jeter was featured on the HBO Max show Legendary, which is one of the many recent shows that has brought ballroom culture to the mainstream.
Tonight was a workshop for all things ballroom, the history itself, the categories. I just kind of wanted to give everybody a little bit of a prep, kind of see what everybody had that they were working with, and just kind of get people out there and excited about the ball coming up on the 4th of March.
And while growth is great, Maven says it's important for participants to understand the roots of ballroom culture.
I think for white folks, ballroom is definitely a space that they can, participate in and be a part of, as long as you respect the fact that it was something that was created by people of color. You honor that and you lift that up, and in spaces you create space.
On March 4th, many of the students who came to the ballroom class came out to dance or walk the runway. They were also given the opportunity to watch ballroom legends walk and perform. Kiki Kardashian, a commentator at the ball, said she was thrilled to see new people try it out.
This ball is going to be different than the usual. You have people who don't know anything about ballroom actually competing and actually get on the floor and showing something that they just learned.
The ball was a success. Maven is planning even more events through his company TENS to help grow St. Louis's ballroom scene. And though events like this are competitions, Jeter says it's more about building a community.
Sometimes people are kind of cast out by their families because of their sexual orientation or because they want to live in their truth. And sometimes people come to ballroom to find that family that they don't necessarily have at home.
Sometimes people say that ballroom is a fantasy, and it can be. It can also be a reflection of real life and real life experiences. I also think that ballroom saves lives. I had a ball and this young lady came to me and she said, listen, that night, before I came to your ball, I was in a very dark place. I came, I saw people laughing, enjoying themselves. Somebody pulled me out on the runway, the commentator pulled her out. She didn't even plan to walk. And like she participated and it just lifted her up so much. That was a moment where I'm like, I have to keep doing this, you know, because we don't talk about mental health a lot, you know, as much as we need to in society. And we never know when we have those moments where we save someone and we lift someone up. So for that reason alone, I continue to do it.